The recount for the La Crosse County Sheriff race is over. Republican candidate Fritz Leinfelder lost to Democrat John Siegel by 175 votes. Leinfelder filed a recount, but only in certain wards. News 8 Now's Dua Israr was at the recount where things got off to an unsteady start. Good evening, Dua.
Ken, there were some disagreements and concern over the large number of recount observers. Republican candidate Fritz Leinfelder says he was exercising his constitutional right and encouraged trust in the election process. Envelope after envelope, ballot after ballot. And the winner remains the same.
And we had 398.
Democrat John Siegel will be the next sheriff of La Crosse County. Earlier this week, Republican Fritz Leinfelder filed a petition for a recount.
A candidate who lost the election by less than 1% has the right, under the statutes, to ask for a recount.
Leinfelder lost by 0.32% of the votes. His campaign asked for a recount of 13 of the 26 wards in La Crosse County. Leinfelder's campaign felt voter turnout was extremely high in those wards.
So those are wards where a lot more people voted than were previously registered prior to the election.
One of the reasons voter turnout can be higher than usual is because of same-day registration. Siegel's attorney filed an objection to only recounting some of the wards.
We believe that this sort of a recount under recent case law is unconstitutional.
Leinfelder's attorney disagrees.
Everybody has limited funds, and then they have to look at wards where, for whatever reason, they believe that the technical deficiencies or whatever may have occurred.
This machine says.
Multiple observers from both parties arrived to watch the process. When it started, tensions were high over disagreements about pictures.
I'm just trying to be clear here. Very simple.
So we wanted to take pictures primarily of the lists of late registrations because we had asked for those, and it looked like that was going to be denied. So it looked like that might be our only avenue to get those, would be trying to take the pictures.
The sort of intensity of the photo taking was maybe concerning, only in that it was, I think, causing the workers to work a little bit more slowly or be distracted.
La Crosse County Clerk Jenny Dankmeyer told both parties she would provide hard copies of the late registrations. When it was over, Siegel gained 2 votes. Leinfelder gained 1, not nearly enough to overcome his 175-vote deficit. Still, Leinfelder thanked election staff for their work, but did not concede.
We wanted to make sure that we had a full and accurate count. We're going to continue through this process, through our constitutional right, to make any objections from here on out.
Leinfelder has until tomorrow to object the results of the recount. If he does not object, La Crosse County Clerk Jenny Dankmeyer can move forward with certifying those results.
All right, thanks very much, Dua. Leinfelder paid more than $6,000 for that recount. He thanked the La Crosse County clerk and said the election was fair.